Storytime about my psycho boyfriend and backstabbing best friend. So a little background information, I was 17 and in 12th grade, and we're going to call my best friend Sheila. And she had just met this guy who was, quote, the love of her life on this vegan Facebook page. Well, the one day while they're on FaceTime, his best friend Brad saw what I looked like and he wanted my phone number. Fast forward, she gives it to him and I start talking and we hit it off instantly. I definitely thought that he was boyfriend material because even though we lived like 5 hours away from each other, we would Skype for like 9 hours a day, every day. Fast forward to my birthday, we make things official, and he wanted to see me for my birthday, so he decided to get a hotel room for us. So finally, him and I meet in person. Well, after this, he ends up becoming weirdly obsessed with me. He starts saying things like the next time that he comes and sees me, we're gonna get married. After talking to Sheila about it, I decided to break things off with him because things were moving way too fast and it freaked me out. After I told him this, he started sobbing. He was like, I wish I would have got you pregnant so that way you couldn't leave me. And I'm in shock because, dude, it has been 3 months. You need to calm down. Like for part 2. Part 2 about my psycho ex and my backstabbing best friend. So like I said, Sheila convinced me to break up with him, and I did. Fast forward, Sheila becomes super distant with me, and she's posting stuff on her Facebook like, oh, when your new boo gives you his hoodie. And her man had broke up, so I texted her asking who it was about, because I'm her best friend, duh. Finally, a few days later, after she was done avoiding me, she decides to answer with, we need to talk. I slept with Brad, and now him and I are in love with each other. And I'm like, what the hell happened to girl code? Like, yeah, I didn't want him, but at the same time, you're a snake. Like, ew. Anyway, so then she starts saying things like he's the best boyfriend and the reason why I'm single is because I wasn't appreciative of him. I ended up messaging her ex and telling him what happened. Fast forward, a month goes by and then I get a text from Sheila and Brad on the same day saying that they broke up because both of them cheated on each other. And it was quite comical because Brad's like, yeah, you were the best girlfriend I ever had. And then Sheila's like, yeah, you were my best friend. I don't know why I would do that to you. I told both of them to F off and then I told her ex what happened. So him and I laugh about it. And then 2 days later, I get a text from him saying that him and Sheila are getting married. Yeah.
Get ready with me while I explain to you guys why you can't trust literally anybody. I feel like I just have really bad luck with friends. Anyway, there's this guy that I was dating. I was dating him for about 1.5 years, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less. I don't really remember. But at that time, I was also really close with this one girl. Also, I'm not going to name drop. I wanted to, but I'm not going to because it's really not that deep. To sum up how close we were, if someone couldn't get a hold of me, they called her. If they couldn't get a hold of her, they called me. Because we were always together. Anyways, me and him ended, and then not too much longer later, me and her just, like, fell apart. Like, nothing happened between us, like, no beef, no drama, no nothing. We just really stopped talking for a while. Recently, around the beginning of October, she slid up on one of my stories, and then we kind of just, like, caught up and started talking again. And then the bond that we had before, like, literally came back within an instant because we were so freaking close. And, like, you can't really erase that. Like, we were literal sisters. We talked every single day, hung almost every single day, but let's skip the backstory, the boring stuff, and let's get to the point. She stayed the night the day before New Year's Eve and then was at my house New Year's Eve morning. I had plans that morning, so she ended up going home just for a little bit, and then we planned on meeting back up and getting ready for this party. We were texting all day, we were so excited about the party, and then randomly she's like, oh, sorry, like, I have plans with my family, and I'm like, girl, don't even worry about it, like, I'll just go out by myself. Family is more important, like, of course. The party that we were gonna go to together was, like, really far, so I didn't want to go without her, so I was trying to find, like, another party to go to. I ended up finding one that was really close, after everyone was posting about it, and literally everyone was there. And I was like, okay, everyone's there, I mean, I'm going by myself, but I know a lot of people, it's fine, whatever, let me just go. Because, like, I didn't want to do nothing on New Year's Eve. So I get there, I found all my people, like, I'm having a really freaking good time, and I want to say at least 45 minutes to an hour goes by, and I'm over here catching up with one of my other friends, and I'm talking about how much I miss my ex, and she goes, girl, he's downstairs with so-and-so. I start laughing, I'm like, no, she's with her family, like, haha, good try. Thinking it was a literal joke, like, I literally thought it was a literal joke. I go downstairs and she's sitting like in the corner behind the pool table on his lap in a chair. In that moment, I'm like really freaking confused because I'm like, she just told me that she had a family thing to go to. Like, why did she lie to me? But like also in that moment, my heart completely shatters because I'm like, I was just talking about how much I miss him and my best friend is sitting on his lap right now. I wouldn't say like best friend. Like, I don't know what you classify as best friend, but we were getting really close again. And if you guys know me, you guys watch my TikToks, before any of you guys ask, no, it's not Haley or Charlie. I just haven't really hung out with either of them. Still love them so much. I see Charlie tomorrow, so y'all will probably see her too. Anyways, back to the story. She made direct eye contact with me and then hurry up and looked away and acted like she didn't even see me. He gets up and he comes over and he's like, yo, nice to see you. Talking to my other friend, talking to the other friend, talking to the dude behind us. And I'm like, he just touched my hand. Like, we're gonna get married again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was like heartbroken in this moment because like, what was that? She walks to the opposite side of the basement and goes up those flight of steps to like avoid us. And I'm talking to him, like having a normal conversation. Like, obviously, like if he's with her, I'm not gonna flirt with him, even though that was my man and my best friend. Whatever, it doesn't even matter. But I'm like talking to him and I'm like, oh, so like you and so-and-so? He was like, yeah, we've been together for like 2 months. You didn't know? In my mind, I'm like, that time up meant nothing. I thought we were gonna get married. He just dabbed me up. We're gonna get married. Nope, it meant nothing. I'm just kidding. Let me stop being delusional. Anyways, back to the story. We had been friends for over 2 months. Like, been close again for over 2 months. And she never once mentioned that she was dating my ex. Yeah. One that she would tell me to leave in the beginning over and over and how he's no good for me. Anyways, fast forward. She didn't talk to me the entire party and then blocked me. Like, I texted her and I was like, hey. That's all I said was, hey. Blocked. She blocked me. And I'm not gonna go chasing after anybody. Obviously, she was no good because what was that? She could stay in 2023. That was so cringy of me to say, but she can stay in 2023 because 2024 she will not be in. It's low-key not that deep because he was my ex, but you are supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to be my best friend. I feel so embarrassed because I had been, like, sobbing about him to her. Not sobbing, but, like, I miss him. Like, I want a bad girl. Like, we should go on a 2-man and, like, invite him, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, she's in a relationship with him. Like, I look so stupid sitting here crying about him to her when she's dating the man. Or talking to him. I don't know. He just said we had been together for over 2 months. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Oh! Like, why? Why? In my opinion, no matter what, that's a violation of girl code to, like, date your best friend's ex. Yeah. Like, at the same time, I'm not going to lose my best friend over a boy, so I wouldn't have really cared if she didn't lie to me about it and then blocked me because I texted her, hey. Anyways, guys, that's all. I love you guys. I'll see you later. I just had a rant real quick because... let me tell you, that had me heated.
My guy best friend got my name tatted on him without my permission. Get ready with me, anonymous story time. I'm 27 and my guy best friend is 29 years old and we have been best friends for about 6 years. Yes, you heard that right, 6 years. I met him at my first job. Since the first day him and I met, we clicked right away. In fact, we've never really had an argument till this day up until the fact that he decided to get my name tatted on his body. My best friend is very sweet, kind, and gentle towards me. He would frequently buy me gifts such as custom necklaces, bracelets, anklets, things like that. While I, on the other hand, would gift my best friend sweaters, stuffed animals, and more of like the simple things. I personally have never cared for materialistic things. I personally like to gift things that are more meaningful. Of course, I'm very grateful for all the gifts that he gifted me, but I honestly didn't feel like they were necessary. Again, I am very grateful for the gifts. Do not get it twisted. I feel like I need to repeat that. I was curious to why he got my name tatted on his body, and honestly, he couldn't give me an answer. He just said he wanted to, and that caused our first fight, especially because I was more concerned on his future girl. What is his future girl gonna say when she finds out that he has his girl best friend's name tatted? And I know a lot of people might be like, oh, well, isn't it obvious he got your name tatted because he likes you? Him and I have had a conversation in the past talking about feelings, and we both came to the realization, understanding that we were just better off as best friends than anything else. I feel like I never really had any interest towards him in a relationship aspect, and he also confessed to me that he didn't have any feelings. So before anyone questions, we already had that talk, so no, he didn't like me. Honestly, say he did lie, at this point it's not really my fault because he's a grown-ass man. I also do want to mention that he has never tried a move on me. We have not kissed, we have not done literally anything. I feel like right now I'm just in a weird position. I don't really know how to feel. I do feel a little bit guilty because I am upset at him because he's honestly one of the bestest friends I've ever had.